What's going on YouTube? I am HotMessNessMua. Can you tell by my fingers? Otherwise known as Vanessa, and today we are starting the first in the series of how to curate singles. So I did a single eyeshadow collection video. I'm going to pop that up in the eye right up here if you haven't seen that. But a frequently asked question that I get is, how do you figure out what to do with all these beautiful colors? So you've got your neutrals and your colorful shades and all of these things, and then what? How do you create your own palettes? So this is, again, the first in the series. We will talk about other ways to curate, but this is essentially the easiest way to start. So if you are a beginner with singles and somehow you've accumulated quite a few and you don't know what to do next, I suggest starting with copycats. So not saying copycat a palette that you already own, but say you saw a color story that you liked. Try to replicate that within what you have. So we're gonna do that today. We're not swatching, these aren't perfect dupes, but for today's purposes, we're going to be creating a color story based off of the Jouer palette. So I would simply look for a couple mattes in these kind of shades. You know, you've got these little colorful things, and then go from there. These are a bunch of Sydney Grace. I know that I own a lot of Sydney Grace that are these kind of tones because I love them, but just going right off the top, visually, I'm gonna grab this one because it looks like it could be quite similar. This is Pumpkin, which to me doesn't look very pumpkin-y, but we're going off of a general color story here, things that would go good together. So then we need a champagne-y kind of shimmer. Right here I have a champagne-y kind of shimmer. This is a Fireside. This one's more pink in tone, but if we were going off of a reference picture, we wouldn't really care too much. I believe that some of the new Luxie shades might be pretty close. This is a pink shade called Peachaboo. So that could go great right there when duping out a color story. So again, if I was going off of a reference picture, I wouldn't be able to put them right side by side, but just going right in, popping those in. We've already got a decent looking little color story matched up right there. So I knew that I had a Luxie shade that was pretty darn close to that one. Ditzy is more, so there's another one. So now we want to find a brown, a very neutral looking brown. These ones tend to be more warm. Let's just flip through and see if we have something like that. That one looks like it's pretty much spot on. So we'll grab that one. Then Tide Pool is that really pretty foiled. I got a shade like this. Then we're looking for a light blue. So something like Vitamin C. This one's a little more icy. See if I find something seafoam in a minute. That's pretty close. We'll just go with that one. Then we need a matte green and a semi-shimmer yellow. So this is a Makeup Geek shade. This is Fuji. And now we just need a yellow. Now this is a shimmer yellow, but it wasn't super pigmented. But if you're just going off of color alone, we've got a pretty good little dupage here. So finding another palette that maybe you've wanted or you just find inspiration from is a way that you can draw from your single collection. Now, if you had gaps, say you didn't have that matte or the shimmery yellow, but you had a matte yellow, you could pop that in instead. Or any of the other shades, but it gives you some direction with how to go with color. So we're gonna go into another example, same kind of thing. I just picked a palette, but say you didn't own this palette, you could take an inspiration picture of any palette. So we have an orange and a yellow. So I would just go through and find a very warm orange shade and pick through what you have. If you don't have anything like that, you know, just go with what you do have. And then you also get to know what are gaps in your collection. So I have this one over here from Looksy. It's called Clementine Cutie. So we're gonna pop that in over here for that one. And let's see, I have a yellow from Looksy, but I'm looking for something with a little more warmth in it. This yellow is pretty warm. So I'm gonna check over here. See, Divina might be it. I mean, it's pretty warm. Let's see what we have over here. Yellow, that's a shiny yellow. This is an older Looksy yellow. It's called Take a Bite. And then this is a very, very warm brown. Looking over here, this looks like a very warm brown from Sydney Grace. This one is Acorn. And now we're looking for vibrant colors, this beautiful teal kind of shade. Okay, so I'm just going through various singles to see what I have that's close to. A little bit of trouble finding a pink quite like that, but you know, that one's not as dark, but we're just, again, going for the color story. So I picked out this little green one from Sydney Grace. It's Poolside. This one is a little bit lighter, but it was just seemed like it would still go. And this one is Green Mango. Here's a blue from ColourPop, Tiny Tangerines. We have this shimmery one right here called Modesty from Sydney Grace. Then this one's ColourPop, Poodle. And this one's also ColourPop 143. So again, it's not perfect, but you're getting a general color story that you might be inspired by and you can pull from. So instead of going out and buying this palette, if there was only one shade that I felt like I was missing, then I might go on the hunt for this very bright, warm yellow to add to my singles collection. So just by duping general color stories, we've got this one, which is fun, neutral, still a little bit of interest, right? We've got pops of color here going directly off of the tan lines and very similar. And then over here, we've got, you know, a Juvia's Place palette, super big pans, but if you already owned similar colors like that, you don't have to have them side by side to see if they're exact dupes. We're just going for color stories. So I feel like when you're first starting off, trying to put your singles together and you're looking for inspiration, pick color stories that inspire you, go off of a picture and just put together what you have. See if it gets close and then play. And then you can develop more from there. And we've got both little dupe palettes swatched so you can see them. Just for fun, get them visually all together. I hope you guys enjoyed this first look at single eyeshadows. We will definitely get more complicated as time goes on, but I just wanted to start at the basic for anyone that maybe didn't have a lot of experience, and let me know down below what else you'd like to see. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye. Forget you can subscribe down here, and for more videos, click over here. Possibly there. There's places to click. Click them all!